again.
Alright, to be dead ass serious, I feel like the streets ain't safe no more. Like back in the day, in Boston, you could chill outside, you could chill with your boys, you could chill with your family, and you didn't have to worry about niggas running up trying to rob you. You didn't have to worry about shooting. You didn't have to worry about your family being shot at, anything like that. But now I feel like kids these days, they're taking it to a different level. You know what I'm saying? Before it was fist fights, then it maybe it got to knives, and now people was moving up to guns. And I feel like they shouldn't have the right, to decide when someone lives or dies. And like they're taking it into their own hands these days. And like I feel like a lot of these little kids don't understand what they're doing to Boston, what they're doing to Massachusetts. They're making it harder to live here. They're making less people want to be here, making people like me, you know what I'm saying, worry about things that I never used to worry about. Like I gotta watch my back when I'm walking. Like my nephew, cause he's young. I want him to be able to grow up in an environment like the same as what I started to grow up in. But now that I'm getting older, I'm seeing a lot of things. It's not looking too good. And I just wish that everybody would, come to their senses and realize that they're not helping the community by killing each other. They're not helping the community, by having guns, selling this, selling that in the hood. The hood don't get you far. Like, it's basically come to the fact that if you wear top 10s and you got a Champ hoodie, you hood now. I don't see it as that, nigga. Like, back in the day, it used to be the gangster niggas, even though they was gangster, they would look out for the hood and, bring money back. But they ain't doing nothing, they're just trying to be hard. And I'm tired of seeing fake niggas, so I don't know. And I don't want to use the word nigga too much, but I'm used to it, so you can excuse that. But to the senses and realize that they're not helping the community.
Deep down in our moral creed is the conviction that there is something so dear, something so precious, something so eternally true that they're worth dying for. And if a man happens to be 18 years old as I happen to be, and some great truth stands before the door of his life, some great opportunity to stand up for that which is right lies upon his heart, yet he's afraid he'll be ostracized, he's afraid he'll lose his job, he's afraid he'll be shot at or beat down by gang members. He may go on and live until he's 80, and he's just as dead at 18 as he would be at 80, and the cessation of breathing in his life is merely the belated announcement of an early death of the spirit. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for that which is right. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for justice. A man dies when he refuses to take a stand for that which is true. So we're going to stand up right here amid the violence. We're going to stand up right here in Boston amid heartache. We're going to stand up right here in Boston amid the ignorance. We're going to stand up amid confusion. We're going to stand up amid anything that they can muster up, letting the world know that we are determined to be free. And at the same time, in order to stand up, the people of this community need to straighten their backs up. And whenever men and women straighten their backs up, they're going somewhere, because a man can't ride your back unless it is bent. We need to come together. As a community, we need to be able to solve these problems ourselves instead of waiting for outside help to come. And we need to get right. For when people get caught up with that which is right and they are willing to sacrifice for it, there is no stopping point short of victory. There is no obstacle you cannot overcome.
The year 2005 was the bloodiest year for the city of Boston. 75 people, 75 men and women, 75 mothers, 75 children, 75 brothers, aunts, cousins were stripped of their lives for reckless and needless violence. And many of them were minorities. Many of these victims were living their daily lives. Some of them were children. Taken away from us. Taken away from their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sisters, their aunts, their uncles, their cousins, and their many, many friends. While a genocide is committed on the residents of Darfur, another genocide of the African is occurring on these very streets of Boston, and the number of victims grows with each year. Something must be done. The question is no longer, what must we do? But the question is no longer, what must we do? But the question is, what will you do?